The main cause for the Syrian refugee crisis is the Syrian civil war. The civil war originated in Syria after countries surrounding Syria in the Middle East began having a series of uprisings against their governments. This period of time was known as the Arab Spring, or Al-Rabi' al-Arabi. In 2011, Syria decided to follow its neighboring country's lead and rioted against their president, Bashar al-Assad. Assad did not like this, and he opened fire on many innocent demonstrators. Since then, all hell has broken loose in Syria. Many organizations have come into play, including ISIS and Hezbollah, plunging the country further into trouble. All this war has caused many internally displaced people in Syria and a lot of refugees fleeing to many other countries around the world. One of the most important issues the refugees are facing is finding schooling for children. Without schooling, these children will forever be stuck in a cycle of poverty. Another issue is the loss of culture. Many refugees camps not only provide food and water to the refugees, but also teach the children about Syrian and Muslim culture to keep it alive. War has not only affected Syrian citizens, but also countries around the world. Germany, Turkey, Greece, and Lebanon mainly have been flooded with refugees from Syria. All these countries' economies have been affected. Greece's economy, which already was hitting rock bottom, has plunged even further into the negatives. And much of Lebanon's money has been going to support refugees to the extent that they have been sacrificing money from government aid to the Lebanese people to support refugees. Our proposed solution for this problem is to unite the community to educate them about the Syrian refugee crisis and organize a campaign to connect people, families, and businesses. The campaign would focus on speaking to schools, community events, and religious services to collect donations and set up donation drop-off sites. And because people love playing games with their communities, the campaign's educating part would be based entirely off common games with an educational twist to them. We would donate all the money earned to Hand in Hand for Syria. To entice people to join our cause, we would also make sure kids could earn volunteer credit from working with us. We also would take advantage of social media apps such as Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to spread word of our organization and the issue to allow for our group to grow.
In order for us as common students to get involved, we could hold a festival once a year, and in that festival we would sell tickets for activities, we would sell food and prizes, and Layla's story, and all the money would go to Hand in Hand for Syria.
Layla's story is about a young girl who was in a war zone in Syria with her family. Her brothers had to flee to Pakistan to finish their studies, and her mom, dad, and Layla had to go to Lebanon to flee the Syrian civil war, but her father could not find a job there. And so in order to support her family, Layla started tutoring children, but her parents wanted her to continue her education, so they went back to Greece. And now Layla wants to tell others her story of how she survived, and she was one of the lucky ones.
Hand in Hand with Syria is a British-based organization that directly and indirectly helps Syrian refugees. We think they would be a good fit for us because they previously have helped small organizations and projects help Syrian refugees.